Welcome to Amberskies. Yes, we are here. It's Wednesday, I'm back. A new week. Hey, let's have a look. Oh, yes, we haven't started yet. That's good. What are we doing this week? The launcher. Okay. Let's launch a computer then. Let's get a computer up and started, and we'll work towards doing a launcher. I recorded an errata for the server this morning, so that's up on YouTube. I'll show you that in a minute. Yeah, looking good. Server works. Yay! I'll show it to you. It's good. I likes it anyway. But it's good. It's good. It's working. Everything seems to be working at long last. I've got the final bugs and updates shaken out of my virtual box. I don't see any problems with working towards a future, so it's just ideas now. I'm not sure how many I've got, but I've got a few. Here we go. We've got a computer. Yay! Oh, I'm 5 minutes early. Sorry. I don't mind. Right. First things first. Let's get this thing going. Oh, right, yeah. I set up all my passwords as well, didn't I? Yeah. Okay. Fine. Just locks things up. What's this? Oh, right, I was looking at email clients, I remember now. Oh, that just closes it. That's why. Oh, I'm not used to this version of things. Here we go. So, let's have a look at this lot. Pop over here to YouTube. Switch that on, thank you. Type in Amberskies. I can't understand why I don't want to do that, but hey, there you go. It works. There we are. Amberskies. Looking good. Now, welcome to Amberskies. Stop. Thank you. So this morning I popped up a new episode. Here it is on the playlist. It's TCP server errata. It works. So it's happily sat here waiting for you if you want to pop in on it and you haven't seen it yet. But that explains what I did wrong. And my typing errors, basically. Which I will always hold my hand up to. It happens. Never mind. But it does mean now that we have a server. Yeah, a server. We'll just give it a quick run. That one, please. Thank you. Development, yeah. Just run that. There we go. That's me messing around earlier. Press F12. Up one key. That'll do it. There we go. Nicely logs in. And we'll give you the ready read. I did show it this morning working with more than one user, obviously. Escape character is control, and that escapes back to telnet where I can quit. There we go. Sends out an error, remote host closed error, and that then does a socket attempting to close, deleting socket, and reduces the user count. So yeah, it's working nicely. I'm quite chuffed with that. There's no way of shutting it down yet, which is unfortunate. I just click on the X and that does shut it down. Or you just application output, you can shut it down from that that glows red. Just shut it down from there. And unfortunately it says crashed, but no, it's because we crashed it. That's our fault, not the program's fault. Because there's no way out of the program yet, and that's intentional. So, close project development, and let's get to the Amberskies launch now. Where did I leave it? Oh, yes, blank. Good. It's not a bad place to be. How have I set this up? Right, we're in Amber Dev. Did I namespace us? No, I didn't. Why didn't I? There's a reason for it. Because I can't namespace that because of the UI. If I remember rightly. If I go into edit mode here, yeah, I'd have to modify this, wouldn't I? Not sure that I want to show people how to do this, but we could try. Problem is, later on when I change it over. Alright, so I'm not going to touch it at this stage, okay. We're going to leave a note on here. Alright. Okay, and the other thing I haven't done is date it for today's date when we start it. So, main please. Open with Kate. I'll just grab you lot. I want the extra space, please. Thank you. Copy. And let's get this sorted out. So we should have a main somewhere. There it is. And all I have to do is press V. Yeah, well, Control V, should I say. I'll be okay for that. It's now, what are we on? I don't even know what date are we on, the 20th? Okay, so that's the 20th. There we go. So that's that done. Shift. No, I want all of them, including line 18, thank you. Copy. So, we have a header file. I usually leave the pragma ones at the top. Yeah, that's right. Line 20 we should start on. Okay, line 20 we should start on. Header file. Line 20, yeah. Launcher. Line 20 we should start on. Right, everything looks okay now. And that should look okay now when we swap between things and it won't jump around too much. Although it will on that one. No. We'll cut you out then. And pop you in here. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Alright, so first of all we need to explain this program, I believe. If you've never encountered Qt before, this is what it gives you when you ask it to make a new project. So if you ask for a new project, yeah, funny. Let's have a look. Add new. Oh, it doesn't give me a project here. Never mind. New project. If you ask for a Qt widgets application, it gives you an application for the desktop which includes Qt Designer based main window. The Qt Designer based main window is this UI bit here, and as you can see I named it Amber Launcher. It does give default names, but don't worry about it. So what does this mean? We now have a default main window which gives us. The header file looks something like this. You can alter it if you want. It's got a namespaced UI, which is why I said I didn't want to start messing around with the namespacing. And it just gives us our Q object, our Q main window, Amber Launcher, and it makes a Q widget the parent, not a Q window or Q object, but a Q widget. That is rather important because if you press F1, here we go, come on, there we go. This gives us an awful lot of things that we can do. So here we go. Can we get it all on one page? Yeah, we can. There we go. So we can tell it can accept drops. In other words, things can be dropped into it. Areas. Enabled status, style sheets, icons, modality. Title, yeah. Size, height, minimum and maximums can be designed into it. But you don't need to worry about all of this, because all of this is held within that UI, which is quite cute, really. So inside this UI file, so if you click on it or whatever, it comes up, and you can see it all down here. All the geometry, palette, stuff like that. Everything's here. So you can actually see all bits and pieces, and you can change things quite easily, like window title. You just type it in here and you change the window title. That's hard. We've got signals and slots editor. Never really sure why I need it, but it's there. We have an action editor, which again, never really too sure why it's there. Now, this is the Qt design thingy. So if I go to contents and I look for that's all the case stuff. There we go. We've got a full manual on it. Here, Qt Designer Manual. This is worth a good look. Getting to know Qt Designer document. Quick tutorial how to use refer to a quick start to Qt Designer. It's got everything you need here. All about the layouts and everything. Right. And how the Qt Designer's UI file format is in XML. Creating custom widgets, so you don't have to just use what you're given. I will possibly be doing this, all of this, the advanced stuff. We'll see. Style sheets, yeah, we've got all that lot. Containers. I think we should go through all of this really and spend some time with it. But for programming reasons, I'm just going to blindly throw something together, shall we say. Yeah, switch mode. Thank you. So, let's blindly throw something together. Let's grab a button. button. Push button. Okay. Right, there we go. There's a push button, and that now allows me to do something silly like a grid layout. That'll do. No, I didn't want that. There we go. Central widget is now grid layout. How about form layout, break layout? Okay, let's do that first. Grid, form, okay. Break layout, let's try it again. What's this one here? Layout vertically in splitter. Something about splitter. Buddies and stuff like that, okay. I don't think the layout's really going to help me too much, so I'm just going to throw it up here. Alright. Size policy. There's a little drop down menu on here somewhere. Is there? Alright, let's have a look. Vertical, horizontal. So it says fixed. Alright, let's just run that a minute. Any changes you make, by the way, will show up when you run. Like the push button. Is it trying to tell me I can't do that? Well, I can. See, push button. Ding, 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 ding. Nice little push button. Right. Geometry. Okay. Let's make it 200 by 400. Yeah. No, make it 300 for a second. Okay. It's not exactly fitting on my screen, that. 100 by 200. See, I'm just trying to get it to fit roughly within my screen area, so if I put that button down bottom right, it's fine. Yeah, that'll do. Oops, sorry, that was the microphone. I'll have to stop doing that today. It hurts. That's gone back to 440 and 450, okay. Oh, that's its position on the screen, isn't it? Alright, so I want width 40. Oh, it's now doing the button, isn't it? Right, okay, so let's get back to the window. Width, here we go. We've got the window now. 800, no thank you. I want about 200. 400. Double it. Double it? Yeah, 400. No. 300. You can tell I'm just throwing this together, right? That can be now at 500, maybe. Yeah, that's it. Right, where's my button gone? Just delete it a minute. Right. All I've done now is I've set the width and height. Horizontal policy. want to pull this out, you see. That's one of the reasons. Horizontal plural, I'll show you. Let's have a look. What can we have? Fixed. Vertical policy. Fixed. It says enabled. Okay. Horizontal stretch. Right, here we go. Minimum size is going to be whatever I set. $300 by 500, okay. So that's going to be 300 by 500. Maximum size of 300 by 500. Size increment 0. Base size, yeah. Palette inherited. No, change palette. Let's have a look. See what we can have. Something nice and quick. Ooh. Let's have a very deep blue or something. Okay. Right, okay. Thank you. And now we can put our push button on. Font. No, I don't want that. What can we have? Ooh, we can have music? Really? What's all this stuff? Doesn't seem to be much difference. Size 12, please. Noto Sans all over the place. Okay. Serif. Ooh. Ah. These are all different types, aren't they? They're just, yeah. And this is alright. Oh, that one looks alright. Bengali medium. Yeah, we'll go with that. Let's see what happens. I haven't a clue. So, push button there, please. I'll just pop you here for a sec because we have a menu bar. Remove. And a status bar. Keep. Alrighty, push button. Minimum to expanding. What does that do? I'll just run that a minute. I want to see what effect on the button it has. Nothing yet. Window. That doesn't matter. Yeah, you can. I'm gonna thinking about messing about with this. So push button needs to be wider. There we go. Alright, what we're going to call it? We'll call this one exit. There we go. And we'll just pop it down there. So this push button is going to be called capital BTN underscore exit. That's what I'm going to call it. So I know what's going on. Central widget, keep the same. Status bar, keep the same. So there's nothing exciting here. That's what I want to start with. I don't want anything exciting going on. And there we have it. That's our launcher. And our exit button does nothing. So what we're going to do is right click on the exit button. And I'm going to go to the slot. Yeah. Clicked. Maybe. Yeah. Okay. So what we've got destroyed. Name change. Yeah. Okay. Clicked will do for now. Okay. And what it does, it returns us to our main Amber Launcher program, and it adds in this void Amber Launcher on button exit clicked. That's interesting, but what's it done in the header? Oh look, we've now got private slots. So this is actually a private slot. Let's mark that as a private slot. So it's actually done it for us. We didn't need to do a thing. I've done that wrong. There we go. And the plural. So, what does that mean? Right, okay. Let's try this. How's about close? There you go. That's a piece of code. And what I'm doing is I'm telling this, which is Amber Launcher, to close. There you go. So if we just do that, hit run, and hit exit, and if you have a look at compile output, application output, remember us crashing the server to get out. Now we're exiting with a code 0, which is what we're aiming for. We always aim for that, as that means things are working properly. We get rid of everything now, thank you. So now we have this window, and I bet I can still resize it like an idiot. No, I can't. That's good news. There's nothing, no arrows coming up here, no arrows coming up here, and I can't resize it like an idiot. Excellent. Did something just pop up then? Ooh, I just thought something. So there we go, that's our Amber Launcher. I've been messing around again with my system, haven't I? I mean, you may as well see it. I found out that Kmail was a waste of space and I installed Thunderbird. As soon as I clicked on it, it asked me a simple question and then set up everything for me. Well, there we go. What's wrong with my inbox? Stream summary. Oh, okay. That was way earlier. So I've got all my messages now. So when somebody asked me last week, there you go, Twitch summary is ready, thank you. Twitch summary is ready, yeah. So when somebody was asking me last week, could I look at their code or whatever, The answer is yes. I'm quite happy to take, even if it's just a slice of code, as long as you explain where a slice of code fits in to your idea, or if you just want me to make a slice of code that does a specific thing and then compare it with what you've got, drop me a mail. Drop me a mail. I don't mind. Because I've got this now. Yay, mail. Ding. Pop that down. Right. We've got this. We've got exit. There we go. Lovely. Alright, what else can we do? Well, we can do anything with this. We've got layouts. We've got spacers. So we can do spacing from things vertically and horizontal. Automatic spacers, really. The light springs. So if the window grows, the springs push things apart so they're in the right place still. It's just an effect. That's why I wanted to keep it non-growing. For instance, we could have, let's see now, item views. Alright. A list view. That could be useful. What else we got here? Radio buttons, checkbox. Oh, I like that. Command link button. Right. Let's try it. Shall we try it? Labels. We got labels and stuff in here we should have. Containers. Frames. Ooh, I like frames. A MIDI area. And a dock widget. That's interesting as well. That's very interesting. I might be looking at that. Inputs. We could start with... It'd be that one, wouldn't it? Yeah, I see. Alright, I'll have another button. I'm just messing. I mean, designing these things is way okay. I mean, I'm not sure whether I want that or that. Push buttons are usually better. Oh, well, delete that one. We'll go with the push button for now. Start server. I'll have to be a bit bigger, won't it? I will need one of these, isn't it? Yeah. So I can put that one up here. Just pull that across a bit. And you grab a label or something. About there. We'll try it anyway. Your name. Actually, yeah, that'd do better, wouldn't it? So pop that there. Pop that there. And we'll pop that there. And we'll put in a default value for that. I don't know if it'll show or not. That'll do. Okay. I don't like that exit button being down there. So I'll pop it up there. Because what we want down here is another button. Push buttons, please. And that would be send. And that would need another one of these input widgets thingies. Here we go. Another one of these line edits. So you put something like that here. There we go. There we go. So I've got send, exit, start server. Alrighty, I think we're looking Control S to save. I think we're looking a little bit better, a little bit healthier now. There we go. It literally does what you see type of thing. Exit works, thank you. So we have a button here. So we can go to slot. And that slot is clicked. Okay. Right. This is where things can get a little bit awkward. One, I've just done the wrong thing. So, chink. Get rid. And there we go. Sorry about that. No, sorry. Go away. Got to name these things properly. Alrighty. Alright, which one's this? This is start server. So I'm going to call this a button server. BTN server. I need to define what they are really, otherwise it isn't going to work very well. Or it's just going to look confusing, put it that way. Button. Oh god, not all in capitals like that. Button underscore, and this is the send message. So I'll call it the send. Message. This is why I did this, so I could get it all on the screen at the same time, just to show you how you can design your own kind of forms and formats. So before you actually go to clicking on the, get your slots, the best thing you want to do is change the name of your buttons. Go to slot, clicked, OK, that puts that one in, save, 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 start server done, and send message, go to slot, clicked, OK. So server and send message, exit server and send message, right? So start server. How is this going to work? Well, This, first of all, needs to start up the local server. And this is what I've been looking into this week. I've had a few ideas. And this is what today's all about. What I'm looking at is, I'm going back in history a bit. Right, so, everybody grab your cup of coffee, because Blades is about to go back in history. Once upon a time, computers weren't this fast. In fact, compared to today's computers, they were darned slow. And there weren't web pages. They were just bulletin boards for Telnet. They used Telnet, actually. BSD bulletin boards. Now, during those days, everything was typed, pictures, and ASCII art was a big thing. And here's a bottle of black bubbly burpee liquid. Nice. I got some drinks. Now, in those times, you didn't have the luxuries of what I've just done. Everything was slightly more complicated, shall we say. Well, not complicated, probably easier. You just sent a message and that was it. Now, as communications have grown, things have changed. We've developed the C language, Unix, transformed into the internet in a kind of way. I think that's the best way of explaining it. And during this transformation, Unix gave birth to C. C gave birth to C++, and C++ gave birth to what we call modern-day languages and things like that. But in this transition, there wasn't just C. There were a lot of other languages involved in creating the internet. And these other languages, like, well, the most famous being PHP, and Ruby on Rails, all good web stuff. And if you want to do web stuff and web servers, then you've got that TCP template now. You can go and create a web server off it. You just inherit it through to a web design. Qt web. Web. Here we go. And here we have the Qt web engine. Functionality for rendering regions of dynamic web content. So there's a couple of modules. There's a core, QML, which is their markup language. That's a Qt markup language, which is a bit like JavaScript. One of the two. Both most likely. Qt web engine widgets, so you can actually add, these UIs and widgets, stuff like that, to your page, like buttons, the three-dimensional, good-looking buttons like we've got going now. So you could do this, you could use it for this, and you can use that TCP framework as a background to this, or you could go into WebSockets and protocol designed to enable two-way communication between a client application and a remote host. So you'd use something like this. The WebSockets module provides C++ and QML interfaces. Which is best to use? Don't know. I don't use QML, which is a shame. Web channel enables peer-to-peer communication between a server and a client. Be careful with that one, how you interpret it. Wayland, I think that's for the Mac. Web sockets and web view. Way to display web content in a QML application without necessarily including a full web browser by using native APIs where it makes sense. Yeah, how's about that? You can just make a window onto the web. Like I could make a window onto my web page. That could be a good idea, actually. No, probably not. Joke. I might do, actually, just for a bit of fun. So there's many ways you could use Qt, the TCP framework that we did last week, now that it fully works, and the web. So we're introducing things now, ideas of, hold on, the web. But what about back then? What about back then? Well, something happened back then that doesn't seem to happen as much today. Did you know that computer programs can talk to each other? I'm hearing a lot of what? No, computer program, you just program it and it works, and it's a game or it's an application and you just use it and that's it. Not quite. That's only 10% of what you have when you are programming. This, and the reason I'm doing a launcher is to explain how do you start the server? Well, I just push the button. Well, nothing happens. Why does nothing happen? Because when button server is clicked, nothing happens. But programs can talk to each other. Get that out of the way, the clock. Thank you. Will fit in here, won't it? So let's just have a look at something else now. Is that timer still running? Stop it, will you? Grief. And my music's still running. Right, professional streamer. Yes, that's me. What are we going to look at? Mischief. Mischief. Let's pull up a bit of mischief. We'll skip your whatever, because I don't know what that is. We'll pull you down a minute. Let's open ideas up. Alright. I was thinking about how to use something like Q process. So let's just have a quick look. I might as well do it this way. Q process. So let's have a look at that. This is all Qt, isn't it? Yeah. I'll need the index. So it's Q process. There we go. Yeah, I'll have that one, please. Right, the Q process class is used to start external programs and to communicate with them. What? You can't do that, can you? Yeah, you can. So, what does this give us? This is an interesting thing. It's not something that you would automatically know about, and I'm not even sure whether if you do a programming A-level or degree, whether this kind of thing is covered. In my knowledge, it'll cover servers and clients as a way of talking to each other, but as programs talking to each other, what's all this then, Blades? What's going on? I think it needs further investigation, because we can create process arguments, modify them. There's an exit status, normal exit, crash exit, which we, in other words, we can tell whether we exit a program normally or crash, or it crashes out and comes back to us. Input channel mode, managed input channel, forwarded input channel. No idea yet what they mean, but we'll find out. Process channel, standard output, standard error. Nice. We've got errors handling. Separate channels, merged channels, forwarded channels, forwarded error channels, forwarded output channels. So it seems to be working around channels. That's interesting. Process errors, failed to start, crashed, timed out, write error, read error, unknown error. Right. So we've got some errors that we can use to debug. Not running, starting, or running, so we can tell what state it is, what state the other program is in. So, queue process is a queue object. Sounds good. Because we know that if it's a queue object, it can use signals and slots. So we don't really need to put a timer, a while loop, and all the rest of it in. We can just put a queue object in. That could be interesting. String list of arguments. There's a channel, read and write. Modify for creating the process modifier. Yes, okay. Error, exit code, exit status. Yeah, these are all standard types of things. Process channel. Process ID. Does this look familiar? Program. Does this bit here look familiar? Applications. Let's see if I've got a version of it here. Here we go. There we go. This is what my computer's running right now. So when you look across the top here, you've got the CPU percentage, the memory percentage, the amount of time it's using up, the command that was issued to start it. Or yes, actually, yeah, that's your arguments list there. That's the command. That's the arguments list. R and S. Bleh. Sure, res, priority. User, me. And this, PID. Program identification. I just did the wrong one. Program identification. Process ID. It's not program, it's process, sorry. So it's there. Process ID. So what is queue process? It's a C++ class that is used to do that. In fact, htop could have actually been programmed in Qt. I don't think it was, because these don't look very good. Oh no, because this is a console application. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, this could be very well written in Qt. Could very well be. Quite easily. As you can see, it says virt for virtual. But that's because, well, I'm on a virtual machine. Yeah, our program's quite happily running over here. So let's just exit that. So what does this mean? Well, it means for starters we can set up and start, detached and start. Okay, let's have a look at this. Start. We'll just have a look at start itself, because it's got either an input-output device, say a printer. Like you could write to a printer. You could write to a screen, open a window or whatever. You can, whatever. Right, this is an overload function. Well, there's two versions of it, isn't there? I should have clicked the other one. Stupid me. Click the first one. Right. Alright, start the given program in a new process, passing the command line arguments in arguments. That's I showed with htop and everything. Starts the given program, yeah. The QProcess object will immediately enter the starting state. If the process starts successfully, QProcess will emit started. Otherwise, error occurred will be emitted. Processes are started asynchronously, which means the started and the error occurred signals may be delayed. Call wait for started to make sure the process has started or has failed to start, and those signals have been emitted. You can, but I'm not going to be doing it that way because it's asynchronous. No further splitting of the arguments is performed yet. Windows. The arguments are quoted and joined into a command. So let's do a test. Let's design a test before. Well, we could use the Amberskies development, couldn't we? Will this run by itself? Why have I got two of them? There shouldn't be two of them. 1 second. Yeah, something's not right in this files. It's typical, isn't it? I'll go and have a look at a files that, like, an ID is given me and it's not right. Okay, let's go back to edit mode and see if we can sort out our files. So, clean all. Debug, and it's all still here. Have we got double mocks? We've got Amberskies TCP server. Yes, we have. We've got a double mock. Yeah, we've got. Yeah, that's not right. Amberskies has been messed up somehow. Probably by me renaming it. When I did the rename, I didn't check all of this. Bye. Great. Development, please. That one. Okay. It'll open a new Qt creator for me. Thank you. So I can now edit. No, sorry, build. Rebuild all. Okay. Alright, we should not have duplicate mocks and things in here now. That's correct. That's correct. Yeah. Right. I was a bit worried then. I was really worried then, because that's the one I want to run. So let's just have a look at its properties. Permissions is executable. Okay. What do you wish to do with this executables file? Execute. Anything or nothing? Nothing. Great. Is it executing? Well, how do I know? Is the answer. I doubt it is. No, it can't execute without a console. It's a console application. Open. No. Open a terminal. That's better. Might help. Oh, that's a big terminal. Don't need that much. Okay, we'll close this window to get rid of that other program that may have been running from it, and we'll just have a look at what we've got here. So it's / and Amberskies, and that's 3 underscores, 1, 2, 3, development. Is that correct? Devel. Let's make sure we can do it first. Looks good. Right, I didn't do it as a background. Good. F12, just make sure we can do things with this. It's not going to tell us, is it? Because it's running. Get out of there. Alright, but it's not got a Q debug because it can't. It will run in the wrong mode. I'm just wondering whether to put a UI on it. A user interface. Now that could be interesting. By the way, if you're wondering, it's 157 is probably the process. If I do that, does it kill it? Don't know. Are we still connected? Connection closed now. Good. So I really need a tester. Let's make one. New project. Widgets application. Choose. We are going to call it... what should we call it? Testing. Yeah, okay, we'll just call it testing for now. QMake, main window, blah 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 blah. That's your standard format that you'll see when people are doing examples and things on the internet. They will usually do that. I change all of this. Generate the form, yeah, next. Desktop details, yeah, next. Finish. UI. Where's UI, please? First of all, get rid of Ember Launcher. Second, ding. Testing forms. Throw a button on it. Push button, that'll do. There we go, close test. And I'm not doing anything spectacular with that. Don't really need that size. I only need about 80. Maybe a bit more than that. By 200, well, 150. Yeah, that'll do. Let's try 150. There we go. That's all I need. Go to slot. I'm not really bothered what it's called. And this hyphen close. So there you go, that's it. That's your test program. There you go, little test program. There we are. Alright, so that's been built, but will it... just close the project for a minute. Will it... oh, not that one. This one here, testing. Will it actually do it? Execute. There's our little window. Close. So yeah. So now we know we've got something that would work. So now we have to try and think of a framework to do it with. I've got two going, haven't I? Don't want that one. I'll do. We'll have this one, thanks. So now I've got this little test program. That should be easy. But how do we get to it? This is the next problem. What can we do with this? Let's just say, for instance, I was to say copy. Go back up to the desktop and go back into the launcher. And we'll just drop it in debug. In there, where the launcher is. Because then I know that do not ask again. Execute. Close task. Didn't ask. Close test. Lovely. Why does it keep opening up over there? I don't really care where it opens up. It's over here. Close test. So I know that's working. So server clicked. How do we make a queue process? Where are we? Amberdev. Okay. Add new. I'm not sure if I want to do it that way yet. Let's try one of the ideas off my mischief board. What we could do is this bottom one. We've got execute and start detached. We've also got start and then file. I'm not sure which one I want to use yet. And this is why we need to look at this. This is where reading comes in. Const q string arguments, comma, read write. Okay. So we can just put queue process start, open inverted commas, program name, comma. Then that would be a null list, so nothing there. Right, let's set that up. We want program arguments and mode. The open mode is set to mode. Yeah, I know it is. For what mode, you dope? Alright, so we can do things like this. It needs an object. Yeah, because it's a gap. Alright, let's have a look at this last one. Yeah, just trying to complicate it itself. I don't really care about that. Where will QDIR be? Don't know. Blast. There is a QDIR system in here as well. We might have a look at that. But for now, I'm just going to keep it very simple. I'm just going to do QProcess, process start, and try the file name. That looks okay to me. Yeah. Let's try the most simplest approach first. So how are we going to do that? This process can run elsewhere. Does it automatically become a pointer? It didn't say. No. Oh dear. Are you going to tell us what the open modes are? Create and open the file only if it does not exist. Fail if the file to be opened does not exist. This flag must be specified alongside read only. I'm just wondering why it's asking us that. I'm not sure, and my throat's going. Because the QIO device is a hard drive. So it's read-write. So I'm damn sure we haven't got any problems there. Good grief, my throat. Yeah. It's for the data structures it has to use. Okay. Start transaction. It's, yeah. We have these kind of things. Okay. Great. Lots of reading to do. I'm so happy. This looks very, very dodgy. Oh, right. So it's actually putting the process within a jail. Right, okay, I understand. Well, I don't need to do that for testing. But this is what we will be looking at in more detail. So you can start different things. Yeah, we know that. Interestingly, I've just had an idea. Okay, edit. We're going to have to go into the launcher. And it's debug. And I just want to open a terminal here, please. I don't think we need it that big. Just a nice small one will do. About that big. I'll just pop it over here for now. Out of the way. And we can close that. Right, how am I going to set this up? Button, server, clicked. Alright, so. I can just put a queue process together, can't I? Hash include. Lovely. Let's try putting a queue process together. Alright, we'll put it here. We've got private members down here. We'll just call it process. I'm not sure whether this is because it's got a community. I'm hesitating because the communication side of this may be more designed towards printers. I know things can be different with different things, but if we're going to be communicating with the OS, we're fine. We could set up a jail and run a process. By saying jail, I mean a locked off process that is only accessible from itself, completely independent, in other words. It resides within itself and ends itself and all the rest of that kind of stuff, and we have to make sure it's clean. So if we got a process, I saw a flicker then, what was that? Oh, no, it's okay. Okay, we'll have a process then. And in here, all I'm going to do is underscore process. And all I'm going to do in here is type ls. For me, it'd be dir for Windows. Oh, sorry, no it doesn't, you're right. mprocess.start, and all I'm going to do is put in here ls semicolon. Don't know if this will actually do anything or not, but there's only one way to find out, isn't there? I can't run it from here, is why I open this. So here we have Amber Launcher. Amber underscore launcher. Amber Launcher. Launch. There it is. I want to see if it'll come up or not. Alright, nothing. Okay, we'll exit that one. Thank you. See, it comes back. Alright. What's this one called? Testing. Alright. I'm going to just do a rebuild in case. Oh, it's looking fine. There we go. Start server. As you test. If I close test, you can see you can't tell, and this is one of the problems I've got. I didn't know whether that would work or not. What I've been trying to do is this. That's what I've been trying to do. Let's see if that would give us more information. Okay, that's built. Clear. Okay, start server. Yeah, it does. It works. That's the listing of everything in that directory. Let's just exit. If I exit, did you notice? Yeah, up there. Close. Went. Destroyed process testing. Is still running. Yes, so there is a problem there. You have to shut down your tests on your exit. So now, when we exit, we can't do that. We've got to close our process off. So I'm just hoping I haven't wrecked my computer. Well, it doesn't matter, does it? Hopefully testing isn't still running. Ah, dear. So it'll come up where? Well, it's not being used, so it'll come up somewhere at the bottom. It's one of these, isn't it? Why is that still there? Make sure. Yeah, I think I have got now dead. This is the problem. Processings. So what I'm trying to do is make sure that we don't mess up. Can we just have full screen on this so I can see everything? And no Qt creators are doing it. So looking for testing. Any testing going on here? Nope. So it does look as though it did destroy it. There's your web engine, by the way. Qt create, yeah. Use 1000. Yeah, that's me. Sorry, no, that's admin. Not my. Yeah, that's me. No, there's nothing there about testing. I'm happy. Yeah, just system logs. My auto login. Right, okay. I think we're okay, we're safe. Because this won't jump around a lot like a normal computer, because it's a virtual one, so it will very, very low on the processes. You'll only see the top ones jumping around. Right, I'm happy. Session notifies. Yeah, that's okay. Fine. Everything seems to work hunky-dory. But as you know, now there are caveats. And the caveats are, how much protection to the system do we give? And this is not about programming anymore. This is about computers. And this is where programmers fall over. I don't know how much information programming students are given about the computer. And you have to know about computers to be able to program them. It might sound stupid. Do you need to be able to drive to fix a car? And there's your question. It's not easy, is it, to answer? Because if you fix the car, how do you know if you can't drive it? It's an analogy. It's not a very good analogy, but it's it's one that works to some degree. You can't program things like this unless you know how a computer works. So that's what we're going to have to do next. We need to know how we are affecting the computer. I think that's a better way of putting it. Because each time we do something, there could be side effects. And I know there's a lot of side effects already because of the word void in our program. Now, we need to go into this in a bit more detail. Luckily, we're not programming in C, we're in Qt. So we have the Qt framework as a safeguard. But we still have to think like a C++ programmer, even though we're using Qt. It's probably a better way to approach this rather than just blind luck and throwing things out there. But I think Qt handles things the way we want it to be handled. Because it's been doing everything that I've asked of it. That's C++, and that's Qt. When we want a process, we want resources from our operating system. And our operating system goes through whatever it's designed to do to give those resources to a program that then goes into a startup situation. Once that program has started, the system decides whether that program is eligible to continue or not, and at that point it either throws an error or it turns program started kind of thing. That's where that error and program started comes from. But that's all in the operating system, and yet we are being told here in QProcess that it's here. And yeah, it is here. And we have channels. So are we on a channel? Because we can read the channel. It's a void. Oh no, that's set read channel. Duh. That's set the read channel to whatever we want to read. Right, got you. That's set program. Oh my god. So you don't need anything in start. Returns a program. Yeah, Q string. Right, okay. How do we read the status? Oh, right. Alright, I get the idea of this. This is actually not too bad. And we can read and write data as char star, which is C. And it's given me a 64 max size. You are joking me. How is that data received? Well, here it's just going to come into something. Q into 64. So it's coming in as numbers. Okay. But that's working, and it's working nicely. Read standard error. Right, let's get back up to the top so I can find out which bit I need. As process state. I don't want to set it, I just want to queue process. I want to get that number. 0, 1 and 2. Standard output and standard error of the running process. So we can go to the standard out of a running process. We can control this quite well. Okay, we've got an exit status as well. Wow. I'm waiting for it. So I want to... Here we go, signals and slots. Okay. Alright. It looks like we're going to be able to do that. And we can kill it from here. So we need to read whether the process is running. And if it is, we either kill or terminate it. Kill is a normal way. What about terminate? Attempts to terminate the process. The process may not exit as a result of calling this function. It is given the chance to prompt the user for any unsaved files, etc. On Windows, terminate posts a WM close message to all top-level windows. Okay. On Unix and Mac OS, the SIG term message is sent. Okay, that's alright. Console applications on Windows that do not run an event loop or whose event loop does not handle the close message can only be terminated by calling kill. So we have to kill. Yeah, I thought so. So I would then kill. Close all communication with the process and kills it. After calling this function, queue process will no longer emit read ready and data can no longer be read or written. We can use this as the TCP sender. but it's not using TCP, is it? Wow. We might be able to use this instead of using an extra TCP client. And use the launcher as the chat. The launcher itself can hold chat. Wow, these are good ideas. Right, let's just go down here. I thought so. It's all in, yeah, signals and slots. Signals. Exit status started. These are all voids because of signals. So you would receive the signal. You would inherit queue process. Wow. We can inherit queue process and get all of this for our process. Nice. Well, let's have a look. So we know it's working. Alrighty. What we are going to do is let's yeah. It's not going to be server anymore. It's going to be start chat. That's what I'm going to be experimenting with. BTN server. Now becomes, yeah, let's just rename it. Server becomes BTN chat. That is going to go through to, well, whatever we call it, edit. No, not you. Oops. No, I'll have to do this properly. Okay. Call it right thing, shall we? I'm not sure why I've got all of these spaces either. Okay. Alright, let's see if this works now. Start chat. Wow. Oh yes, I've got it doing the listing thing, haven't I still? Right, okay. Alrighty, this is, well, shocking me that it's working so easily. I thought that this would be a lot more complicated than it is. But obviously it isn't. I can get rid of that now, can we? Don't want that spamming everywhere. I've forgotten that it did it there. Never mind. Right, process start testing. This is not what I want to be doing with this process business. Right. Although it was... Oh, wait a minute. Let's just take it out. Alright, never delete, just take it out. So that's the bits that make a process happen. Right, so what we need now is something new. Chat. Just call it chat. Add new. C++ class, choose. Class name chat. And it's Q object. We looked it up, process. Q process is an object. So we'll include all of that in AmberDev. Ding. There we go, finished. Alright. Make a few changes to this. So hash include Q process. And this is going to be Q process. Okay. Do I need object in here? Yeah, I do. Save, tag, copy to that one, and paste. There we go. So we now can have our own Q process area called chat. I don't know if that's a good way of doing it or not. Yeah. I mean, this is what we're about to do here. Communicating via channels, that's what we need to look at. We'll get to that in a minute. And it is a TCP socket, so we're winning already. Yes, we've spotted that now. Nice, so they use TCP to chat. And channels and things. Alrighty. Alright, right, yeah, okay. Just reading through the little snippets that it's giving. Set process environment. Yeah, okay. That was when I was looking at mode, wasn't it? Right, yeah, we're not looking to wait. Yeah, multiple processing. This was it. So it's protected. Right, this function is called in the child process context just before the program is executed on Unix or Mac OS, but before exec. We implement this function to do last minute initialization of child process. What happens on Windows? It's no good if it doesn't work on Windows. And that's protected, virtual protected. Alright. Okay. Don't need it. Next. What's this start here? We know how to. We've just been through that. We just tested that. Yeah. Right, okay. That's why I wanted to do that listing of the directories to make sure that directories were in the right place. You've got to take that into consideration as well. What directory will your started program be running in? So you've got to set the working directory if needed. Yeah. We won't do that then. We'll set it up so everything works nicely. I think that's a better idea. I don't think I like start detached too much. What happens with start detached is we just start it and throw it away, and then we make our own TCP server. But if you're going to start the queue process, why not use the TCP it provides anyway? May as well. Wow. Yep, okay. It's all done for us. Darn it. I'm not going to have much to write then, as far as I can see. I don't think there's much program to write. Just go back up to, well, we've already done that. We've called it chat, that's all. We don't need to set up the child process, because if we do, it restricts our program to Unix only, and it runs on Windows as well, so we can't do that. All I need then is the processes, the signals and slots, and we're done. Okay. I'm thinking about an extra label there, aren't I, on our Dubry. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Connect process, blah blah, blah blah. Finished. Exit code, queue process, exit status, exit status. Weirdo plingy thingies. Function pointer syntax. Oh! Let's set it as a callback. You cheating people. And I was doing all of that lovely casting. And you set it as a callback. Okay. I don't think I want that. Well, a callback, I mean. They interrupt the flow of a program. That's interesting, but not really what I want. Some Windows commands, for example, dir, are not provided by separate applications, but by the command interpreter itself, correct? If you attempt to use Q process to execute these commands directly, it won't work. Yes, I found that out. You have to use system instead. One possible solution to execution command interpreter itself. And ask the interpreter to execute the desired command. Yeah, you just type in system, open brackets, and put your command in quotes. I don't like this wait for started thing. I would prefer to receive a signal. Doing things this way, especially when dealing with servers, it leads to disaster, because that line there is an infinite hang-up if something goes wrong. If anything goes wrong in that line there, how can it return false? Oh, there must be a timer on it. It's the only thing I can think. Wow. Yeah, synchronous. I don't want asynchronous. So I'm going to have to read through all of this communicating via channels business, find out the signals and slots, what's what goes where. And again, we've got the QNet. We can go onto the web if we want to using the Q Network Access Manager. Oh my God, it's even got an XML. Oh, God grief. Oh, wow. Right, I'm going to read through all of this. There you go. This is my bedtime reading for tonight. Isn't that good, huh? That went better than I expected. Oh, good. Well, I'm glad. I'm hoping that this has woken people up to the idea of making the simple Hello World program, and then thinking along those lines in programming is restricting you 100%. You should not be thinking along those lines. When you're thinking about a program, you should be thinking about the speed of the computer you are aiming to use, the abilities that computer has, and how the processor works, and how the operating system works. And by understanding all of those four things, you can then explore into the dark recesses of that operating system if you so choose. What I'm doing is an overall coverage of any operating system. I don't believe in operating systems because I haven't written my own. If I wrote my own, then I'd be happy. But that's the case. I will not be writing this on my own operating system. I will be writing it and it will be running on somebody else's. So actually no, I want to keep that open. So this is one of the bigger problems that I come across. So instead of looking at people's operating systems and saying, oh, what can they do? I just say, sod that, what can the computer do? What's the CPU going to give me? And the CPUs are usually the kind of the same ideas as there's like two types of CPU. One works and one works worse. And I'm talking about the one that works worse is the Intel one, I'm sorry to say. They missed the point a long time ago. AMD seem to be getting towards the idea of what the point really is. And it isn't about the speed and the clock. It's about the processes and how many you can run. Multiplication of processes is multiplication of speed by a massive factor. Think about that anyway. Right, what's about to do here? I mean, I'm working, so hey ho. You may as well see what I do as my job. Where did I want to go? I had it in my mind about 2 seconds ago. Where do I want to go? 198. Dot. Oh God. How? Brain has gone blank. 192.168. Thank you. God. This is a problem with trying to do this on stream. And I want Fraser. Yes. And I think I might just need a password, which I think I just got wrong. Yes, I did. Because I'm good at that. I can type, I can. There we go. 21 packages. So this is Ubuntu. This one. As well, it says it there, doesn't it? Ubuntu 18.04. This is the Amberskies server. If you ever wondered what it looked like, that's what it looks like. It uses apt on here. We'll just update it. Just doing a straight update. I mean, there's nothing, well, bionic going on here. Ha ha ha, good joke. Not. Bionic is the name for 18. Ubuntu 18. Right, come on, you fetched them. Now tell us all about them. Okay. Apt. List. Minus minus. Upgrade. Apple. Right, what have we got? It says 21 packages. So we have GDB and GDB server. Oh, it's a database. Right. That's your startup and shutdown. So bind DNS is internet. I need those because it's a server. Yeah, we need these. And the network manager, yeah. Database manager. Ah, right, okay. Okay, I'll do those then. Let's just do those. Just upgrade. There we go. Yes, please. I've just looked through them all. And here we go. There's the server updating. If you've never owned a server, you should. It will cost you about £400 sterling. That's $500 to get one, a small one, that can do like 25 people. Like a small office server. Again, from Hewlett-Packard. I found it the easiest. I wouldn't advise using Ubuntu as your server, but it's good for starters. If you've never done one before, use Ubuntu. The reason I've got Ubuntu on this one is because I couldn't be bothered setting up a full server when I was under cost limiting situations. I can't even afford the hard drives. I think it's got about 5 empty slots, so that's what, £500 of hard drives. So it's the hard drives that cost some money. About the same usually as a server. Isn't that good? So yeah, this just holds all the projects. RPG stuff. Oh, wait a minute. Right. Damn it. It's not what I thought it was. Never mind. So yeah, this just holds all the code that I write for the YouTube. So we can exit, and then we can exit again. Let's edit that. No, actually, I do want that help page up because that's what I want to go to next. That was a network examples, wasn't it? Yeah. So I was looking at that. Yeah, I think I'm in the right place now. I think I'm in the right place to, well, put something together that's simple. I think that's all I'm aiming to do at the moment. So this is something simple. When we press start the chat, I want some response in here saying that the server has started, or the chat is now available. We might split this off as well. Make it bigger. Well, we might extend it for other things later. And then, of course, you can type in your message and send. And we should be able to start up then a couple of these and try it out and see if I can run this on a different computer as well. That'd be interesting. Not if the server's on here, I can't. Okay. Yeah. I think we're in a good place there. I think we are getting somewhere. Excellent. So, if you have any ideas, please contact me at whatever my address is. It's amberskies@virginmedia.com. Alright, just pop me a mail, and I'll be quite happy to answer questions, look at code, put requests in that you want to see such and such a program made. Simple stuff like that. And we can talk about it and show code and, do a stream on whatever you need. I would prefer to be doing people's requests. I would like that. Itinerary is Wednesday to Friday, Amberskies, using Qt. I do all languages. I don't just bother with Qt. I know over 100, so don't worry about it. Saturday is going to be Blades versus Aliens, and I'm looking forward to this because I got marked as an A. I got A for the first month, so I'm really happy. And Sunday sailing, I've got a gem for Sunday sailing, an absolute gem. So there we go. We'll do that as well. In the meantime, what time are we on now? 4 o'clock, yeah, that's it. Sorry to say. It's me 2 hours. I haven't done too much typing today, as you may have noticed. I haven't been fantastically well. Oh, wait a minute. I have found something called NCS music, which is what is it? You're allowed to use it on YouTube type stuff. NCS, no thingies. What the hell do you call them? Where am I on speed dial? No copyright music, that's it. So I was looking through for no copyright music. Yeah. I was thinking of, like, putting this as background music, so this is, like, now running a test for me. Is it too much, do you think? I think it is. But it will make for nice outro music. So, there we go. Let's do for a stream.